to go to wars in foreign countries. But Democrats are calling them Musk's little boys, saying without even any regard to the fact that they're super talented. In fact, Luke Ferrator, he won a $250,000 designing award. He designed an AI program that decoded an ancient scroll from Pompeii. Take a look at this.
So this is the word that I actually found. It's right here. It's the word prophoros, which translates to purple. It's the first word we found in the scrolls. It was reviewed by a committee of kind of Greek scholars, but it's the word purple. And I'm glad it's not the word in or the or and that we found first. We actually found a word that has meaning.
All right, joining me now, the Federalist election correspondent, Brianna Lyman, along with Kennedy Saves the World host, Kennedy. Listen, Kennedy, it's just, I know that there's the loyal opposition, and you've got to be upset about something, but this is like, they're upset that they're brilliant. I mean, these are the folks that
they're jealous is what they are.
They're jealous.
Yes. They're jealous because these guys are brilliant and they know exponentially more about computer science and coding and AI than either of those two women ever will in their lives at their young age. And I don't have a problem with their age. There are people who have, an enormous amount of genius compressed into their average sized brains. And those are the people who could potentially save humanity. And they may have been just given the chance here. And also, anyone who has worked with a government agency knows the bureaucracy is so profoundly slow and so bad at communicating with other agencies. That's how we got 9/11. So if you have people who are going to simplify the code and make it possible for agencies to connect and communicate with each other, therefore saving us money and ultimately saving us tax money, I'm absolutely fine with that.
In fact, 230 some odd billion last year in fraudulent payments were made, $2.9 trillion in the last 10 years. Mm-hmm. I mean, Brianna, we want them to discover this. I think people now are afraid that they're going to discover these things and maybe even discover more. There's a lot of folks out there who are really afraid of what these kids are going to find.
Yeah, there's no oversight or accountability here. And we're talking about USAID a lot this week, right? Joni Ernst said that back in 2020. She tried to have that oversight and accountability. She was stonewalled and she was denied. So if it takes
Didn't 20... Didn't she say she was threatened as well?
Yeah, so if it takes 20-something-year-old tech bros to uncover it, I'm all fine for that. Then you think about COVID waste. Think of, 873 million plus in insurance fraud alone from COVID. When our Congress, which is supposed to have the power of the purse, loses that power, then it is up to the executive branch and now DOJ to uncover what's going on.
So much hysteria out there, and I guess the number one, the hysteria in chief, if that's a title, will have to be Chuck Schumer. Not just on this, but just earlier, a couple days ago, when he's explaining or warning Americans about tariffs. Take a look.
Let's just take Super Bowl Sunday, okay? It's going to affect beer, okay? Most of it, Corona here, comes from Mexico. It's going to affect your guac. Because what is guacamole made of? Avocados, both from Mexico. If you have pizza, it's going to affect the cost of cheese.
So, I mean, watching that, I instantly thought of this scene. It's from one of my favorite movies. Take a look.
What are commodities? Commodities are agricultural products, like coffee that you had for breakfast, wheat, which is used to make bread, pork bellies, which is used to make bacon, which you might find in a bacon and lettuce and tomato sandwich.
Kennedy,
Trading places, absolutely brilliant.
That was my favorite scene when he looked in the camera like, they really think I'm dumb. Yeah. I mean, just again, it's performative art, I guess. It's falling flat, though.
Yeah. So even Jon Stewart came out on the Daily Show and he was like, "Stop trotting out Chuck Schumer. He is not a good messenger here. Whatever he's trying to say, it's resonating with no one. And who the hell is drinking Corona on the Super Bowl? They're drinking Budweiser. They abandoned Bud Light a long time ago."
Right.
Look, I think Chuck Schumer, this is ridiculous. If he cares about lower prices for beer, he should support tariffs because that will protect domestic beer producers like Sam Adams, right? If he cares about lower avocado prices, first and foremost, avocado prices were likely going to rise. We have seen trucking delays. We have seen a reduction in USDA inspections because cartels control avocado production. If he cares about guacamole and avocados, work with Donald Trump to unleash avocado independence in the United States by deregulating a lot of the system that has burdensome regulations.
Yeah, the avocado crowd, you got to know two things. A, you're making the cartel cartels, very wealthy,
and they're murdering people.
And
farmers.
they're destroying the Mexican rainforest.
Yes, they
are. So
are.
the same people that said they cared about all this stuff, as long as if they can't get that guac,
that cheap guac.
No. I'm not going to have a guac off with any of those people. I'm growing my own avocados.
Florida, California, Hawaii got avocados.
Huh?
Florida, California, and Hawaii.
California avocados are the best.
I think we're okay.
I don't want cocaine avocados.
Yeah, or ones filled with bugs.
Speaking of performative arts, I don't watch the Grammys, but there's I saw a lot of stuff on social media. People are really, really upset over who won and who shouldn't win. What should have won, rather. I did see something that was intriguing, though, and I want to ask you as someone who's a music expert.
Sure.
Okay. Run the World, the Girls, by Beyonce, had 6 writers and 4 producers and maybe 5 total words repeated over and over again.
But that song is a vibe.
Bohemian Rhapsody had 1 writer, 1 producer, and about 5,000 words.
Yeah, I mean, Daft Punk had Around the World, Around the World. Still very catchy.
What happened to talent? Honestly, it's not just that it's movies. It's a prequel, a sequel. I just don't.
But girls are running music, and there are so many talented young women in music. Taylor Swift wins Grammys every year. She was shut out this year because the Torture Poets Department wasn't really a great album. Billie Eilish is phenomenal.
Right.
Chappell Rowan is amazing. And these are singer-songwriters who sit for hours plucking guitars and playing keyboards.
Have them.
We absolutely
don't let the Grammys fool us.
No, Lana Del Rey. I'm a Lana Del Rey stan.
Absolutely. I agree. Look, there's also a difference between being talented and being an